The Bank of England has been piecing together the evidence, and it doesn't look good for the economy. We face years of little growth while prices will rise more than the bank wants. The Governor, Sir Mervyn King, has sounded pretty pessimistic for many months now. Today he arrived to deliver more bad news on output, how the country will perform.
Continuing the recent zigzag pattern, output growth is likely to fall back sharply in Q4 as the boost from the Olympics in the summer is reversed. Indeed, output may shrink a little this quarter. It's difficult to discern the underlying picture. It is probably neither as good as the zigs suggest, nor as bad as the zags imply.
The bank's central forecasts for growth in the economy have been cut from 1.8% next year to only 1.2%. And the bank previously said inflation would hit its 2% target in the second half of 2013. Now we're told it'll be a whole year later.
2, 3.
There was some good news today as employment rose again. Yet here too, some cracks are appearing. The number of benefit claimants bounced and growing numbers of people are underemployed, like Lisa Kirkham, a part-time fitness instructor who wants to work full-time.
Really, there's so many people going for one job. Some of the jobs that I've applied for, there's been more than 100 people for one position, so it's been very difficult, yeah.
Employers are worried too. Gareth Jenkins is a manufacturer near Cardiff who exports to the troubled Eurozone. He wants more help from government to keep the spark in business alive.
Well, personally, I've never been convinced of central government's strategy for growth. I see lots of initiatives and announcements, but I don't see too much that's joined up. So I think I've always had a doubt in that area. We need to stick to the main task here, which is balancing the economy. Manufacturing needs to play a bigger part in what we're doing.
Back at the bank, Sir Mervyn warns that there are limits on what he can do to help when much of the damage is coming from abroad. There's no easy fix.
The road to recovery will be long and winding. But there are good reasons to suppose that we are travelling in the right direction.
And the best the rest of us can do at this stage is hope he's right.
So rather gloomy prognosis, really, Richard. How worried should we be?
Well, Sir Mervyn isn't a man who's given to talking the economy up, but jokes about zigs and zags aside, this was really quite a gloomy report. In fact, Deutsche Bank worked out that the growth forecasts in this report are the most pessimistic in the bank's recent history. If things pan out as expected, then we're in for many months of stagnant growth and really persistent inflation.
And what about those unemployment figures?
Well, unemployment fell again. It's one of the few consistently optimistic strands of news that we've been able to report in recent months. But there are signs that that improving trend is beginning to slow. And if you look within the numbers, then long-term unemployment, for example, that rose again. So I'm afraid we expect the job market to take a turn for the worse in the next few months. It's been a real puzzle as to why so many people are still in work with the economy in the doldrums. But employer surveys suggest that they're changing their minds, that redundancies are on the way. So buckle your belt.
OK, Richard, thank you.